everybody, it's Sean from IronSword Spices, and today we're going to do a special request. We've had a request to make an Italian beef hoagie, and it's got peppers, and it's got sweet onions in it, and it's simmered in a nice beef broth. It's in a slow cooker, so you can do it. It takes literally about 10 or 15 minutes to put this thing together. You put it in the slow cooker, you forget about it all day. Super easy. So, alright, so let's get started. Yeah, I'm just going to add a good bit of salt on here. We're going to add our 7 pepper blend on here. Just to give it a little spice. And a little fresh cracked black pepper on here too. Yeah. If that's all you got, then that's all you got. That's fine too. Make sure you do it on all sides. Same process. Good bit of salt. Don't be scared of the salt, because you notice this thing is about 3 inches thick, so it's got to go a very, very long way. And more of the 7 pepper. Now 7 pepper is actually really yummy. It's not super hot, but it is super peppery. It's exactly what it sounds like. There's 7 different kinds of pepper in here. I'm going to take this and just put it right into a really hot pan so you get a good sear on it. That's the whole idea here, is just get a good sear all the way around. Just takes a minute or two on each side. There we got. Just like that. Beautiful. And getting a good seal on there will keep all the juices in. Beautiful. I just want to put that on the sandwich. And that's a good tip too, is you'll know, you see it's kind of sticking in there a little bit. Whenever you cook meat like this, the sear itself will break it away from the pan. So if it's still sticking, not done. Alright, just set this aside for a minute. We'll come back for you soon, my friend. Alright, now we've got our meat seared off and seasoned and ready to go. We've got 4 more ingredients to add in here, and this is going to be real fast and real simple. We're going to start with an onion. And onion. Obviously, this is the hardest part of the entire recipe. For this, we use a yellow onion or a Vidalia. I like to use a little bit sweeter onion for this because there's some spicy elements to it. And sometimes that little bit of sweetness works better. And you add a little bit of heat and it'll really bring out the sweet in the onion. It makes for a nice addition. And for those that have little ones or just fussy people in their house that don't like onions, you really don't have to worry about it too much. You'll see at the end that the onions basically just disappear. And I'm just kind of giving them a little rough chop here, nothing super fancy. Because like I said, they're going to get in that heat, they're going to sit in that crock pot all day long, and they are just going to turn into liquid for the most part. And I always do these first just to kind of have a bed for the meat to sit on, so that it's not sitting directly on the bottom of the crock pot. That way you get all that good flavor all the way around. And just come in here. Now, like I said, that's the hardest part of this entire recipe, because now I usually use the big jar. We're going to use 2 small jars of pepperoncinis, sliced pepperoncinis. In this recipe, we're going to use our meat right now. We've got a little bed for it to sit on in there. Just kind of stick that right down in there. We're going to top it with another small jar of pepperoncinis. Liquid and everything. It all goes in there. Look at that. That looks good just like that. Always use the good stuff. And we're going to put about 3 tablespoons in there. It's a lot, but that's 3 pounds of beef sitting in there too. So, and those are some strong flavors with the onions and the peppers. So it'll work out really well. I'm going to use beef bone broth. If you find bone broth, it's so much better than stock or the stuff in the little cardboard boxes. Comes in a big glass jar. It's 32-ounce jars. It's a couple dollars more. Totally worth it. I'm gonna just add this in here to fill. And when you get done with this, if this isn't entirely covered, like that's pretty good right there. If it's not entirely covered, you can give it a little, just give it a little push. You see it's kind of floating around in there. And that's fine. If it's any farther down the sides, just add a little bit of water to kind of top it off. And you put the cover on it. Give it a quick crank up to high. Walk away, and we'll see you in 5-6 hours or so. Oh yeah, there we go. Look at this. Went in as 1 piece. Haven't even pulled it yet. It's already in 3. See, it's just coming apart in there too. See it? That's how you know it's ready. Yeah, it's just falling apart. That is going to be good. Oh, we're all done and ready to go here. Just got to get all the good bits out. Oh, yeah. Here we go. I have this over this bowl here because you can actually save the juice from this. It makes really nice broth. It's good for soup bases and things like that. It also makes a nice little dip to put for your sandwiches as a side. So try and save it all. You'll see, it doesn't take much to break this down. It comes apart really easily. And it's been in the crock pot 6 hours, 5.5, 6 hours at this point on high. But it is done and ready to go. And it's really tasty. Let's get this shredded up here. And just kind of press it around, give it a quick pull. Does not take a lot. At this point, it's literally just falling apart. And this is just a simple chuck roast. This whole meal is probably about $20. My peppers are being raided over here by my cameraman.
Can't see it.
That's it. That's about the shred. I usually leave them a little chunky, a little rough, kind of bigger pieces like this. It's just a little more substantial when you're putting it on a sandwich or serving it however you'd like to serve it. Tonight we're going to serve it up on some rolls that are in the oven right now, but that's another video. All right. We got nice, fresh homemade rolls here. Cut the top off one. Just like that one. Yeah. Oh, nice and crunchy. Crusty. Tasty. We're gonna get our mix here out of the crock pot. Just get yourself a good little scoop. Just like that. Italian cheese on top. Good. And if you really like the broth, you can kind of scoop some out of the crock pot and put it in there for dipping. And there you go. Oops. Oh, darn it. I'm making a mess. Now I'm going to have to get another roll. Need a minute.
Go ahead, Tang, get it.